Come here. Come show the people. You're why they came. Oh, there he is. Back for his return, but with it being somewhat of a slow day, with the snow building up, we were able to bring him in today. And we're back. Sorry about that. Being the only one at the facility here means I got to answer phone calls.
Hello and welcome to Hit Chat Chit Chat.
My name's Connor Reynolds.
On today's podcast, we are actually going to be going over.
Essentially just going to talk about hitting, how much can go forward. I absolutely love the swing being compared to a cattle, scapular muscle. And what I'm going to look to try and do throughout the entire swing is build that tension.
If you are a coach that is unwilling to ask why and the how of how to do something, and you are doing a disservice to your players,
my goal is to try and make every single kid a Ken Griffey. Strider is here. The reason I like the cricket bat is it's flat. Thank you for the sub, my guy. I really appreciate it. What else do we got for the folks? There we go. We should be live. To start off, these are the things that I use in my lessons. And I actually have a lot of them over here, so it might take a little bit to kind of get everything going. But we've got, these are my hitting jackets. So I've got a 21 ounce hitting jacket. This just slides on right onto the barrel. It works with almost every single bat model except for DeMarini 2 pieces. Those are an absolute struggle to get these things onto just because of how they're formed. Not enough of the weight is like able to stick onto the barrel portion, and so it really easily like slips off. So that is kind of annoying, but any other bat these are incredible for. They don't sell them with the hitting jacket brand. They don't sell them with a hitting jacket brand anymore, so now they're called Super Sluggers, and they're sold on Amazon for like $45-50 a set. And a set comes with a 9 ounce weight, a 12 ounce weight, a 17 ounce weight, and then depending on what package you get, the 21 ounce weight. I absolutely love them. One thing that I do with them is I'll have a player hit with no weight, and I'll have a player hit with the weights on. Generally speaking, from each bat weight, from no bat weight to the 21 ounce, we should only see between like a 10 to 14 mile per hour difference. If that number is smaller, so if there's only a 3 mile an hour difference, that tells me that the player is very strong because they're able to use this 21 ounce weight almost as effective as when they have no weight on. But when we take that weight off, that tells me that that player is just kind of coasting and just kind of guiding that bat instead of like really getting into it and really taking a full swing every single time. So what that tells me is we need to get that player moving and accelerating with no weight. Now, let's say we have a player that has a really big gap. So like 20 mile an hour difference from no weight to this the 21 ounce weight. What we'll look to do is try and increase their tension. So instead of kind of swinging, going and just kind of like going through it, we're going to try and build more kind of like a snap type feel with that player. And we kind of need to get that player using a little bit more of their big muscles instead of just their hands. Because if they're that far apart, then most likely with that bat weight, they're just shooting the hands. And that's why they're not getting the most acceleration into the barrel. So that's my first set that I really like. Next set is going to be these baseballs. So these baseballs, I don't know if you guys can kind of see. So they're colored. I took a highlighter. I've got red, I've got green, and I've got blue. So what we can do with these is when we throw them in the pitching machine, we can tell players for pitch recognition, only swing at the blue balls. So they're going, they're trying to pick it up, they're trying to read as the ball's coming through. So there is my first little basket, first little doodad that I use. Next one. I actually just made this one. I don't know why, but I really wanted to name it Bruce. It reminds me of the shark from Finding Nemo. I have no idea why, but this is a broken bat that someone left here at the facility, flat right here, okay? I took one of those tennis ball chuckers for dogs and cut it, put it on the barrel on the flat side. So now we're trying to get players to feel and they're able to kind of see when they reach max acceleration with the barrel. So if that ball is getting shot on their pull side, that means that their barrel is slow, 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 slow. Now it picks up speed because now's where the ball's getting thrown. We want the acceleration coming through over the plate, so that way we have acceleration in the impact. If that barrel doesn't pick up speed until after the contact zone and that ball's getting thrown that way, that tells us that our most accelerated part of the barrel is after we're supposed to have made contact. So we're just kind of coasting through. Now, if this player shoots it really far late, so I'm a right-handed hitter, if this ball goes into the first base dugout, that tells me that I'm getting really out here and my acceleration is kind of behind me, okay? So we're looking for, and it's going to vary on actual pitch location. So if you're looking and doing this drill for an away, we're kind of going to be here a little bit more. For that in, we're kind of going to be here more. And you can play around with it, stuff like that. But I'm really excited to kind of get some use out of this bad boy. We'll see how it goes, see how the players like it and stuff like that. My next one is unfortunately a casualty. And I'm getting a new one here soon, a replacement. This is actually a cricket bat. I love my cricket bat. Love, love, love my cricket bat. The reason I like the cricket bat is it's flat. So supposedly this is also an intermediate level. But cricket balls leather cricket balls are the same size as baseballs. They're actually slightly heavier. They're 5.5 ounces instead of a 5-ounce baseball. And they actually throw harder in cricket than the average MLB guy. They're over 100 consistently. Yes, it's bouncing, but the amount of force that's going into the bat is about the same. So with this flat bat, cricket bat, what we're looking to do is make sure that we're having the barrel in through the zone for the longest amount of time. If I roll over really early, I just lost my bat and I'm going this way. I'm going to be able to see that. I'm going to be able to feel that. But if I'm working through and driving through the baseball, if this is an away pitch, boom, here I'll set up. If that's my pitcher that way, boom. And now I'm going to, oh man, there's a little splinter. Now I'm going to work my way towards away. If I'm pulling this ball, there's my pitcher, boom. And I'm going to work towards where I'm hitting it. I don't want to roll over early or anything like that. And this cricket bat kind of exposes that a little bit. But unfortunately, it did break. My next training tool that I use, blast motion. Blast motion. If you're a coach kind of on a budget, don't have too many like doodads or don't really necessarily unable to like see them, or if you're just a player, blast motion is incredible. It gives you so much data at the time, like right then, right there, and it tells you exactly what you're doing. You can watch it. If you flip your whatever you're using to view this on sideways, it'll give you the rotation, connection, and plane scores. Those are based on 20 to 80, and each one has about like 3 to 6 different characteristics that helps you give that score. 20 is going to be poor, 80 is going to be excellent, with 50 being average. Yeah, so that's blast motion. I really like it a lot. Next doodad. This kinetic, Diamond Kinetics ball. This is something that I use not necessarily in training, but at my practices and stuff. It gives spin rate, spin rate, pitch speed, and spin direction. So it's pretty good. That one, just like the blast motion, is between $100 and $150 a piece. So if that's all, if you're like a new coach or anything like that, looking to make that next step, I think these items are perfect. So next doodad, next little spiel that I've got. Let's see here. Next little doodad that I've got right here, okay? These are what I call clickers, all right? So it's actually just a PVC, okay? It's just a PVC, and what we're looking to do is something I make, so if you guys are interested, I have a bunch of different options. These are painted, spray painted ones. Not all of them are, but if you guys are interested, like I said, let me know, okay? But with these clickers, what we're looking to do, we want the most acceleration to be in the barrel, not the hands. So if I'm a hitter, if I do a lot of this, my hands have the acceleration. My barrel and hands are traveling at the same speed right now, okay? But if I'm able to, what some people call turn the barrel, you guys might hear that click right there. So that's me leaving my hand in the same spot, but creating the acceleration into the barrel. So I don't want my hand to move. Just a quick turn, almost like I'm the Queen of England, you know, waving. See what I'm saying? So that is the clicker. Another drill that we do with these are called clicker tosses. Okay, so I'll show you guys really quick. Strider, you're not gonna like this, my sir. Yeah, you're not gonna like this. So if I'm in my stance, okay, I'm gonna try and leave my foot in the air for as long as I can on this one, okay? So I'm on my stance, I'm gonna stride, foot in the air, foot in the air, foot in the air, foot in the air, okay? So once I get kind of comfortable leaving that foot in the air, foot in the air, foot in the air, foot in the air, boom, okay? Now we're gonna actually look to toss this, okay? If I have to stand up, and this is an over-exaggeration, but for me to turn these hips, if I have to stand up to do that, I am losing a lot of my tension, I'm losing a lot of my space. So with this, when we go to throw these, we're trying to get this to be a 12-6 spin, okay? Like a 12-6 curveball, going from here to here, okay? If this is a 3 to 9, that means I have no space and I'm coming up. If I'm down here, see how I have space? So I'll show you guys really quick. Sorry, Strider. He's not going to like this, but I'm in my stance, foot in the air, boom. See how that thing landed straight up and down? Keeping space in my backside. So I think this is another great tool. Get stuck in the net, stuff like that. I did try a like cool version. This has a foam pool noodle on it, and I was doing drills where you have to hit a tennis ball, but right now the amount of acceleration some of my guys have, this piece actually just broke off. Like this just didn't stop. Almost like Dogecoin. It was trying to go to the moon. So that's my my next little doodad. Those are my clickers. And again, I do sell those. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I can kind of walk you through what, why, stuff like that. So my next couple little doodads that I've got may not seem like it, but this is actually a wiffle ball bat. Look like Gary Sheffield right now. Okay, this is actually a wiffle ball bat. And so one thing that we'll do with wiffle ball bats is I have wiffle balls over here. Just like with the bat weight, I want to see a consistent difference between no bat weight and bat weight. Just like if you were pulling a trailer and you had a truck, okay? If your truck's going 0 miles an hour, you want the trailer going 0. If your truck's going 60, you want the trailer going 60. If there's any ever disconnect between those two, then there's slack or something missing, if that makes sense, okay? There's space missing. So if this truck accelerates and this trailer stays, there's an issue. So I want the same consistency between those two. Same thing with his wiffle ball bat to bat weight. I want the difference to stay consistent, okay? And I want the motion to stay the same. So if they have this wiffle ball bat, their bat speed, their hand speed is going to be a lot faster than if they had the 21-ounce weight. But I want the motion to stay the same. Just like how that truck, when it's going 60 or when it's going 0, it's doing the same motion. Does that make sense? It's consistent. And so with this, that kind of helps players learn that. So I'll set up a tee in one location. They'll hit normal with their bat. And then I'll give them the wiffle ball bat. Same location, same everything. So that way they can try and do the same feel and same movement. If they feel a little different this time, let's say they put the bat weight on and now they're starting to stand up, okay? That tells me that their body doesn't trust this motion. Okay, so we need to keep continuously work on that. Next one I've got a little bat fungo right here, okay? So this is a little long. This is just something so that way the players aren't using the same exact thing every single time. It's a little bit different, so it allows the body to try and put itself in a better position. A lot of times when players get a bat that they're used to, same size, same weight, same feel, they try and recreate the same feeling that they want to, or that they're used to. So if they have a bad swing, if you put the same weapon in their hands, they're going to continuously have a bad swing because it feels the same to them. We get a fungo in their hands, now it feels a little bit different. It's a little bit longer. The mass is a little bit further down the barrel. And so it feels a little different, and so they feel okay to move different. So if this is a player that is continuously kind of struggling to make an adjustment, sometimes putting a different size bat or weighted bat or length or whatever it may be can kind of give them like, hey, it's okay to try a new movement right now, which if they have a bad movement previously, we're really excited about it. So, sorry, Strider. My next doodad. This is hula hoop. I can't hula hoop. We'll try though. Oh man, can't hula hoop. But so this hula hoop, this I saw a long time ago. I don't even remember where I saw it. But with this hula hoop, what we're gonna look to do. So we're going to grip somewhere on it. Doesn't matter where, okay? But we're going to put, this is my backhand, okay? Or actually, this is my top hand. So top hand's going to go here. Bottom hand is going to go wherever you want. I like to put it kind of inside of my bicep right here. And what we're going to look to do is make sure as we're going through this swing that we stay in the middle of the hula hoop. If we shoot the hands instead of a body turn, we're going to hit that hula hoop, okay? So I know that the hands do extend in the swing, but the players are athletic enough to do that without needing to feel that, if that makes sense. If that ball is like away, the hitter's not going to do this. Oh man, there it goes. Like they're going to tight turn, boom. If it's an inside pitch though, tight turn, boom. Okay? So I'll try and tight turn, then they'll look to extend. So with this, just a nice little practice. Tight turn, boom. And my head, body, everything stayed around the center. Nothing moved forward, nothing went around. I just rotated around my middle. So this next one, I'm actually not going to say what specifically it is. It is a little bit interesting. And so we're going to kind of let the imagination do its thing. But this is almost the exact same idea. Okay, so little belt, or not belt, harness, throw it on. Where's that other one? Boom. Okay. Now I'm going to put my hand, this is a deadlift strap, but it has a little buckle right here. And so these are some small bands that I got with what I'll show you guys next. We're going to strap this tight down around the wrist. And so almost just like that hula hoop, I can't really extend. I have to stay with my body, and then I feel when I extend. So want the tension to be loose, 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 loose. If it's in a way, tight, middle, boom, inside, boom. Okay, so that's another little tool that I use. Like I said, if you guys want to know what this actually is, shoot me up in the DMs or whisper or whatever. Instagram, RBI baseball _ LLC. Twitter Twitter is RBI baseball _ LLC. TikTok is the same as Twitch, RBI _ baseball _ LLC. So that is kind of paired up a little bit. This next little doodad, I really like this doodad. This is something that I've been using, not this particular product, but a substitute. I've been using for a long time. I've actually been using like those jigger bands and stuff. But these I love. So what these are going to do, these are going to go on the inside of the leg, and it goes on pretty dang tight. So this is how I get players to kind of feel what it's like to hold the tension. So a lot of players say like, oh, like I get tension, but there's a difference between like feeling it and being able to like hold, boom, okay? And this kind of just allows them to feel that. So what I have a lot of guys do, get into their stance, stride, and we're going to get to a point where we make these as wide as possible. We're going to hold, and then it's going to be one clean snap. And they kind of start to get that feeling of like a woof when that starts to happen. So that's another doodad. I absolutely love these. Amazon, they're called kinetic bands, $30. Love them. My next little doodad. So I'm a big fan of repurposing other deals for baseball. This is actually a golf trainer. So this is the doodad that guys use up here. Boom. We're going to actually use it to swing though and feel the acceleration of the barrel behind us. So I pair this up with this tee and foam noodle, okay? And this foam noodle is going to be right kind of by that front knee of a player, okay? So what we're going to look to do is they're going to be in their stance, stride, and they're going to swing, okay? It's going to be a check swing though. Right before our hands or forearm go to hit this pool noodle, they're going to hit an immediate like stop, pull the E brake, okay? And what we're going to feel with that, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this little doodad flings around, okay? Do it again, stance, stride, boom. And this is how we start to get the feel of what it's like to create bat speed, to build, 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 and then reap what we've built. Okay, so if we've built a lot of acceleration, should be a happy day when we get out to about here, right? Because we have the acceleration building into impact versus earlier when we talked about being too late with when we build acceleration. And then if you're back here, if you lose that accelerate, boom, I'm just kind of going around, but with here, I feel it. So that's another little doodad that I really like to use. This is another great tool. I want to give a quick shout out to a man down in Parker. His name's Chris Dunn with High Pro Hitting. Get fucked, baseball. He's the one that kind of showed me this. If a player, earlier I showed you guys how to, with that clicker, keep space. This is another drill. If I'm a guy that has to stand up to rotate on this one, let me see. Let me get my wiffle ball bat. Okay. If I'm a guy that has to stand up to do this, what I'm going to look to do, I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to be able to swing and fully miss this guy. If I stand up, though, boom. If I'm a guy that has to stand up, I'm now on this plane. Okay? If I'm able to keep space, I'm down here. Boom. And that's going to vary from pitch to pitch, obviously. But, what? Come here. Come show the people. You're why they came. Oh, there he is. Back for his return. It's been a couple weeks since old boy's been able to come in. But with it being somewhat of a slow day, as you guys can see with the snow building up, we were able to bring him in today. And he's happy to be back for the stream. Aren't you handsome? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, there's another little doodad that I like to use. Are you coming out with me? Okay. Let's see here. If you guys have a broomstick or a PVC, I use 3/4 of an inch, 480 PSI. PVC. It's going to be your thickest and more like a bat handle. So this is a broomstick. If you have a PVC or almost anything that's just straight, this will work. So if this table was the tee, what I'm going to look to do, I'll do it right here, okay? So if this last endpoint is where the tee was, okay, I'm going to set this doodad right on the tee, okay? I'm going to have my player go through slow motion, okay? They're going to be in their stance, stride. We're going to work the lower half to build a snap, okay? Then they're going to practice getting on plane with the pitch as early as possible. So if it's set up like this, okay, and they're swinging, they want to get on plane as early as possible, and you want to stay on this plane as long as possible, okay? So they get into their stance. I set it up, stride, swing, slow, 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 slow. They go all the way, okay? And what we do is we focus, make sure that we don't break, okay? And then we just continuously rotate around the spine as far as you can. Then we come back and do everything that we just did backwards. I really like the drill. I think it works well. So, yeah. And then we also use the broomstick or PVC for a lot of our warm-ups as well. Let's see. What else do we got? Come on, handsome. What else do we got for the folks? Constrider? What else do we got for the folks? Oh, yeah. That's kind of all I've got for you guys right now. I've got more on the way. Come on, handsome. I've got more on the way. I've got more coming. So we'll do another one of these here in probably like a month or two. And I also have my Rapsodo hitting that I use. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I got to start getting ready. I got a lesson coming in. And, yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys have any comments, questions, anything like that, go ahead. Instagram, Twitter, RBI Baseball _LLC. YouTube and Facebook, RBI Baseball LLC. And then Twitch and TikTok, RBI _Baseball _LLC. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate it, and you guys have a good one.
Thank you guys so much for watching that RBI baseball video. Again, I'm Coach Connor. To my right is where I have all of my information. If you want to get in contact with me, I do lessons, one-on-one, group classes for hitting and infield. If you guys would like more information, check out any of my other social medias. Feel free to reach out. Guys, go ahead, comment down below. Try to let me know you guys watched the entire video. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Go hit some tanks.